Awkward. I just unmuted myself. Okay, let me start again. Hey, everybody, what's up? You were waiting to do that, right? Of course, as always. Of course, the co-producer here hiding in sight, Mr. DJ Loudmouth in the background, of course. Again, guys, what's up? As you go, Vero G. You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show online version here live with you guys in the flesh. Facebook version. We're also now on Instagram live, as you guys can watch us there. You guys can comment, all that said and done, and also add your feedback on today's show. We got a great show for you guys today. We got an amazing guest. He goes by he actually is a sensei or soki as they call it in martial arts world, and he goes by CJ the Terror. So we'll have him in a bit, as they say. So I'm excited. Let's get into before anything. You guys, big shout out to Soul Fire Candles. Go support them. They have amazing soy, I think wax candles, a very great scents on them. Two candles which I'm honored to be a part of, inspired by. I don't got an MTME guy in the background. Is on their amazing catalog, so go support that. You want to say something because you always been away. Anyway, you guys.
I like to watch.
I bet you do. Anyway, so again, guys, you can support them. Check them out. If you need any information, definitely hit me up. I will send them your way. So again, as you guys know, you guys can follow me. You're creeping me out. You guys can follow me my Instagram at official Vero G.
Hey, Naomi. Holla at me.
All right, listen. It ain't Valentine's Day yet. Calm down. I bet you is. Oh, I bet you is. Anyway, let's get right into it. Again, you guys can follow my Instagram at official Vero G, and I will follow back. So again, first get right into the show. Announcements. Yes, as you guys know, first and foremost, I will be performing live tomorrow at Harlem Nights. Yay, I'm excited. Black Diamond will be performing live as well. And we're just going to give you guys a great show. And thank out to Vibe Emtress, hope I said a correct name, hope I forget her name right, for having us on the amazing show coming up tomorrow. Ooh, excited. Yes. So prior to that, like I said again, also check out the new single, which, of course, by our artist Real Lyrics, featuring myself. It's called On My Way. It's on all digital platforms. Go support that if you can. And, all that said and done. So check that out. Again, it's called On My Way by him. Real Lyrics featuring myself, Vero G. So definitely go check that out. We do have February slots performances open now. We do have a few left. We have limited seats or slots available. So if anybody knows anybody, any artists out there, in tri-state area or worldwide would like to perform for our next, opening for our show, definitely contact me on my Instagram and all that said and done. So you already know. Ooh. Also, big announcement, everybody. Thank you for all those who've been ordering the Vero G fan t-shirts for 2024. We just got the latest order today by Honorable Sergeant Gonzalo Duran. Thank you so much for your order. We have a few more orders coming up this week. So I just want to thank everybody in advance who's been ordering the shirts all over the world and supporting your girl, Vero G. Thank you so much again. Appreciate that. All right, so let's get into celebrity gossip before we get our guests on the show. I am getting to the tea right now. Ooh, again, you guys can comment, spread the love. I will send back the love too on here or on Instagram, where you guys are watching at right now. Also, if you want to comment on Facebook Live here, That said and done, I will put the comments here and I will put it on the show. I already know. All right, so let's get right into celebrity gossip. First and foremost, I have to talk about this. Yes. Let's get right into the beef today, right? So, as you guys know, Nicki Minaj, oh man, don't mind the background. Nicki Minaj, of course, she just had the Pink Friday 2 that came out right recently, and a lot of people are really supporting her album. That's really dope, right? So I know she hasn't done music in a while, so big kudos to her. So apparently she, which is weird because her and Megan Thee Stallion, as I call it, had one time the song together. They were friends. And apparently, ever since the Tory Lanez situation where she got shot by him at the foot, and all the mockery of all the celebrity friends that made fun of her and all the sense and everything else, it's just been nothing but beef since then. So apparently, Megan Thee Stallion made a diss song called "Hiss." I did listen to it. It was very intriguing. She went hard, and I must say, between Nicki Minaj versus her, Megan killed the fucking beat. She went all in on it with Drake. Nicki, the few other people that she has issues with in the industry, as they call it. Yeah, she went in. So again, it's called Hiss. Go check that out. The video is dope, by the way. Visuals are amazing. And so ever since Nicki heard that, she did a diss track back on that called Bigfoot. And that's about, of course, the situation that happened with Megan. And of course, the foot situation and how Nicki went really in about her personal life, about her mom, where her mom is located, her gravesite. It's gotten really, really messy now. Pretty much now, the place that her mother is buried at, I believe, they were notified, and now they're trying to maybe relocate the grave because, unfortunately, people are going to go to her mother's grave and maybe desecrate it or God knows what else, right? So it's just a lot of crazy drama going on. And then ever since then, it's just like Megan went to a thing called Megan's Law. If y'all know what that's about, that was a law years ago that taking place by a little girl who was unfortunately kidnapped and raped and killed by a local, I think a pedophile or something like that. And, that's when they made the law into attack many years ago, I think 1993 or so or something like that. Anyway, so it's a lot of shit going on, messy shit, and Nicki is going really in. A lot of people saying her diss is not that strong. I mean, what do you think about that, Loudmouth? What do you think?
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, you got to hear it. You got to hear it. You got to put your input on this, man. All right, but you guys, any input on this? What you think? You think Nicki went hard on her, the Bigfoot, Nicki, diss track on Megan? Or how do you guys feel about the Hiss one done on Megan Thee Stallion on Nicki? So you guys, comment below all that and put your feedback on that. So next one, we're going to talk about the one in the hour, Mr. McMahon. Now, as you guys know, he is basically the founder, right? Of WWE. Back then it was Quick E when I was WWF. But it was the WWF, right?
It was WWF.
And then it changed because of Federation and all that crap. Was it? Okay, so technically it used to be called WWF, but due to legal shit and whatever, the feds, they changed it to Entertainment, WWE. So as you guys know, this guy's been having a lot of speculation, a lot of allegations against him. I know, Mr. Loudmouth, if you want to say something briefly about this, because you've been more on this more than ever.
Not right now.
Okay. So I'll just sum up real quickly, and then maybe next time we'll talk more about it thoroughly on the show. Apparently, there's another speculation or allegation now of an sexual account or assault. Is that correct? Assault? It's sexual. Is it sexual?
Sexual assault.
Right.
Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking. Shit.
Kidnapping.
Okay, we getting a little more depth into this. Yeah. Okay. So there's more to this than we not know. So apparently
he was pimping her out to. He was pimping.
I heard about that. Well, the wrestlers, right?
Employees and wrestlers.
Right. This is terrible. And apparently there was a part where he had the threesome with this young lady, and he defecated on her. If you know what that means, that basically means he shitted on her face. I'm not laughing.
Like you shit on these so-called female rappers.
Oh, listen, we ain't going there. All right.
Like you shit on them.
Okay, no, I don't. So back to the situation.
Their so-called careers.
Okay, listen, can I talk?
Wannabe Vero G.
No, we're not doing that today, sir. Right. I will mute you. All right, how many?
Stay in their lane.
All right. Back to McMahon.
Do tricks for $5.
Listen, back to McMahon. Trying to get to the show. So McMahon, as you know, as he mentioned it here in the back, he also carried dildos. Is that correct?
He used toys, dildos, butt plugs.
Oh my God! I'm done.
And he named them after different people and wrestlers
that he didn't like. Is that correct?
I don't know. Like he had a Hogan one, he had a Rock one.
Oh my God, I'm done. I am
done. He
done.
had a John Cena.
I am done. Yeah. So this man carried around a bag of dildos around just where he was working at?
Butt plugs and stuff.
Butt plugs?
Hey, whatever gets him off. Or gets the woman off.
I'm done. I'm not laughing about that, but...
Oh, maybe he stick them up his ass.
Hey, listen, these days, nothing fazes me anymore.
But he resigned in disgrace from the board. Mm-hmm. He's no longer a part of WWE and TKO.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which is the company that owns WWE now, and the UFC.
But isn't it going to Netflix next year? I heard about that.
They signed a big $5 billion deal. They're going to be on Monday Night Raw. Is going to be on Netflix starting in January.
But he's no longer
2025.
Any affiliation at all.
Hopefully no. I mean, he still owns stock with the company,
right?
But he's officially out.
Wow, you heard it first here, guys. And, so yeah,
the first time in 75 years there hasn't been a McMahon running a part of WWF or WWF or WWE.
That's crazy.
Which it is now.
Jesus Christ.
So
I don't know.
We'll have to do a whole show about this. So.
Yeah, that'd be another time for that.
So we don't have time today, but we'll have to do a whole show on multiple episodes about him. So
you heard it first here, people. So again,
speaking of sexual assaulters and rapists,
we're not gonna talk about him. Not in this show. No.
Well, a woman has come forward.
It made allegations, right?
It made allegations against a certain TV producer.
We're not going to discuss about this. No.
And he's kind of known in the sex world, adult entertainment.
All right. But, we're not going to get more to it because that's not the main focus of the show with that. So let's just say things are out there and it's going to be what it is. So,
they recently they scrubbed Vince McMahon from the history of WWE, the website.
That's crazy.
They scrubbed his name and his any image of him and videos and
Well, remember, this is not the first allegation he had out there.
Yeah,
this is not the first.
He paid over $20-30 million.
That same lady had
to multiple women.
No, there was one
that decades.
Was that the same one that he paid was $20,000 for therapy services after he violated her and everything? He paid for a nice, like luxury.
He bought her. A Mercedes or something.
Like, forgive me shitting on your face and doing God knows what else to you. That don't traumatize somebody? Come on now.
Well, this came public because the NDA he had with her, he only gave her the first $1 million, and then she never received the other payments of $2 million. So that's why she has come forward with this suit, because he broke the NDA deal by not giving the payments.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
wow.
But we'll have more in detail in the upcoming episode. So stay tuned for that.
All right.
And make sure everybody follows us and listens to us 24/7. We're on all streaming platforms, apps, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. So you can check us out. Episodes like this and upcoming episodes and past episodes on all streaming platforms.
You heard it himself right here. You heard the one and only DJ Loudmouth, by the way. Those who don't know who's talking behind me here, but yeah. And you can tell where they can find you too while you're at it. I mean, you might as well.
Instagram, DJ Loudmouth Official, DJ Loudmouth Official. Twitter, Real Big Time JJY. Yep.
All right. So next one we're gonna go to celebrity gossip. Like I said, we do want to talk more about him because I could think the ideas of what he's doing with the toys and his butt and.
You wanted to be a participant?
No, I'm good. I'll deny it. Talking about one crazy man to another. Let's talk about the man of the hour, Kanye West.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yes. Did you see that he went and yanked? It was a TMZ.
A woman, supposedly a TMZ reporter, came up to him outside.
Yeah.
And asked him a question about his wife. Does your wife have a free will, free choice?
Basically, like she's forced and coerced, right?
Because there's been allegations that it pretty much.
She's very controlling.
he's like R. Kellying her.
Oh God!
So he controls her and keeps her locked in the house and stuff like that, and she's not allowed to be on social media and all this stuff.
Oh wow!
And she has to wear a mask in public.
That's crazy.
And so the woman confronted him, and then he went and
he went shit. Yeah,
he went and grabbed the phone from her and went off on her and saying he's a superhero and all this stuff.
When I first heard it here, people, this man is more nutty than the nutty bar. I don't know.
If I see him, I'm gonna snuff him.
Don't do that. You go.
His GP.
So you gonna be famous for knocking him out?
Yeah.
Really?
I will knock out Kanye West. I challenged him to I challenged him to a wrestling match.
Oh so, God! Please don't. He got a lot of security and money. So heads up.
No matter. Once he gets in that ring, his ass is mine.
All right, we say so.
We're gonna see who's the superhero.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. You heard what he just said right now.
He's gonna be running away as fast as you can.
I'm done. You heard what he said, right? So, but yeah, like I said, Kanye West got a lot of issues going on. Allegations on his end too as well. And it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world with the social media and
it'd be a good match, him versus Diddy.
Oh God, yes.
I want to see that. Him versus
Diddy.
My
God, listen, I will pay to see that. I will literally pay to see.
What, a fight or versus? I
think more of I don't know, maybe a fight. I think a fight better. Versus is like, okay, Puff Daddy's more like, behind the scenes and all the crap.
Take that.
Yeah, he's on for that and the other things we know about. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was it. You see, guys, he's nice in the back. You see in the background now? He comes and goes,
I come and go, like Santa Claus.
Wow. You heard it all here, man.
I'll come down your chimney.
Your chimney or chimney?
Your chimney.
I never heard that version before.
That's your girlfriend's.
Wow, I'm done. I can't with you, man.
Anyways, keep the show going.
Right. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right.
That's what I'm here for.
That sounds like a plan. All right, guys. So that was that for Celebrity Gossip. We're going to take a break and do a music video of the week. And that we have right there for artist Young J, right?
Yeah, that's right. Young J, who we're all familiar with, is a dope artist out of New York City. And he's Artist of the Year for Vero Music Awards 2023.
Yeah.
And he just recently got a new video done, and it's pretty cool. So check it out. It's called Demons. It's on YouTube right now. And Young J. Let's go.
All right. We'll be right back, guys. You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show online version with Vero G and the mystery guy in the background, co-producer or co-host, DJ Loudmouth. We'll be right back.
Your baby mama's favorite DJ.
Of course. Very good. We'll be right back.
All game confidence. Gotta keep on really going there. We don't hear you. Nigga, you been rapping forever. We don't hear you.
5 a.m. in the studio. Yeah. Cooking up some heat. Hey, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Young J. I'm back again. Yeah. I'm back again. Yeah. I'm back again. What? Let's get it.
I got demons in my soul. I do shit that I can't control. Wearing red like I'm from the road. Can't fuck with my team, so stay in your role. You know that I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. 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 You know that I be in my zone. I be in my zone. Can't knock me off of my throne. I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. I don't be waving no flags. Lil' mama is bad, but she toxic, so to me that's a red flag. Get into the bag, coming from the rags. I'm tryna be popping them tags. Came a long way from washing them dishes. Now I'm fulfilling all of my wishes, making the money and making the difference. Next generation, taking over the nation, but they call me impatient. Should've embraced them, but resorting to hating. Killing shit like I'm Jason. Get out the way, cause I'm coming through. I'm doing the impossible. I'm just showing you just how I do. When it comes to the rounds of the booth, they know know I'm the truth. Like AI, they know that I stay fly. I chill with my niggas, you know that we smoke Zai, so you know that we stay high. Stop capping for cameras like you been a tough guy, cause you only a small fry. Talking about you wanna pull up to the block and slide, but we all know that you hide. I got demons in my soul, I do shit that I can't control. Wearing red like I'm from the road, can't fuck with my team, so stay in your role. You know that I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. 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 You know that I be in my zone. I be in my zone. Can't knock me off of my throne. I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. Got the crown and I wear it. Well, you niggas is mad cause I'm doing numbers. Oh, well, you talking too loud, you better behave, yo. Self, cause you gon' only end up embarrassing yourself. Y'all niggas need help, going against me, what is the motive? Niggas like to run their mouth like a motor. I be everywhere like a promoter. You be leeching off, you a freeloader. Far from mediocre, putting work like I'm supposed to. Making hits like I'm Sosa. Younger Valley season never over, cause I'm always dropping from the first quarter to the second quarter to the third and the fourth. All of this winning as long as I'm living. As of yet, I never taken a loss. Conference tables when I'm at the meetings never far-fetched to keep up on the cross. All the shit that I've been through, yeah, I pay the cost just to be the boss. Got demons in my soul, I do shit that I can't control. Wearing red like I'm from the road, can't fuck with my team, so stay in your role. You know that I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. 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 You know that I be in my zone. I be in my zone. Can't knock me off of my throne. I be in my zone. You know that I be in my zone. Hey.
Yo, shout out to my guy for like dope entertainment.
All right, guys. Again, we're back on the Vero.
Fire.
How do you feel about that video? Quickly.
It was a fire video. It was dope. It was cool. It was something different. The visuals and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And another hit by Young Jay. And look forward to seeing more of him and to see where the video and his music goes 2024. You know?
Facts.
Continue what he's been doing the past couple of years and blowing up the charts.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually that's one of the songs I think it won. The Demons, right?
Huh?
Oh no, that one for
no,
the Yeah, that's
not on my way. Find a Way.
That song,
That
song won last year.
Yeah,
for
that won last year.
Right.
Vero Music Awards.
Also, we're gonna update you guys soon about the nominations and all that.
And make sure to tell people where they can send their submissions.
Right.
So they can have their
Well,
videos
you could go right ahead. I mean, you talk. Anyway, guys, soon we'll be updating you guys on further information on the second annual Vero Awards on that for this year. In due time, we'll soon be getting nominations and all that said and done. So, we did last year. This year, we'll try to do the best we can and just make it happen.
And tell them where they could send their submissions so they could get their music and videos played on here.
Again, put it right now here. So again, guys, if you want to donate or also whatever way you want to put it, all information is on the ticker there. If you like to support our program or you want to submit, as he just mentioned right now, all information is down there below if you see that. Or you want to be a guest as well. Everything is on the bottom below there. Our emails are there, jampinemedia@gmail.com, or mine, which is under VERO2884 at Vero2884 at yahoo.com. What's wrong with me today? Anyway, or you can follow us on Instagram there, so you can definitely check that out if you're interested. All right, so besides that, real quickly, just want to show you guys, we got the next event, like I mentioned, February 23rd. As you guys know, that's happening at the same location we did the last event. Big shout out to everyone who performed that thing. All the artists did it, and amazing. talent, you could do so and make it happen. So, we got limited seats available, and all that said and done. You already know. So
we don't have the flyer for tomorrow?
No, we don't have time to put it up. But it's okay because, again, people see my social media. They see the flyer up there. Again, like I mentioned, myself.
Adam Knight's Bar tomorrow.
Yes.
It's going down 6 p.m. to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Loudmouth going to be in the building. Vero G, Black Diamond, and amazing other artists. And, it's free admission. So come on through.
Look, he just said it. I'm just talking, so you already know. Y'all already know. Ooh. Yes, people. So like I said again, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got amazing guests in the building in a few. He is a sensei of Soki, and he's a friend of ours as well. He goes by CJ the Terror, and we'll be having him in a minute to discuss about a couple of things of his projects, what things he's been doing since last time we had him on the DTF show, and take it from there. So you already know. Prior to that, like I said, guys, if you want to check out all what we're doing, you know where to find us at my Instagram at officialReroG. And all that said and done. Okay, then. All right, so quickly, guys, you can check out all my books available at www.amazon.com. Thank you, Dr. Larry Carnes, for having me on your show that was taking place this week in Georgia. But it's not Atlanta, but it's Georgia. And, Georgia. USA, of course. And that was seen live on TV. It was amazing to see that and to be a part of that and to talk about the book, Trials and Tribulations and Autobiography of Vero G, which you can purchase at that site, Amazon. Anything you want to say?
We're going to have a special new video we're going to show next week. And it's by Spotlight Breeze, the new Bronx Anthem. It's hot. It's they're like the new NWA.
Oh, wow.
And that's the highest praise you could give.
Okay.
But you definitely want to check it out. It's the new Bronx Anthem. It's on all platforms. It's just the music, the song, the track, and the video is out, and we'll be premiering it next week. So I look forward to that.
Okay, you heard it first here.
And and we'll be having our first music video of the month award.
Wait, what? Get out of here.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be a competition, and we're gonna see who's gonna get the first music video of the month award. So we're gonna see.
You guys heard that here first. I'm just getting news right here. Like, what's going on? What?
And of course, these videos that we're playing will be consideration for will be a consideration for our upcoming music awards later in the year, in the spring.
Okay, yeah, I first heard it here.
I tell him the.
All right, awesome. So again, you first heard it here on the show. I'm just learning a lot about this right now. Okay. Oh, what's up, Young Jay? Say good looking out, y'all. Much love to you too in Instagram world. What's up, brother? Everybody joining us right now, Instagram world. Big shout out to Real Lyrics for Charlotte. What's up to you, sister? Ace Scott, Speak Love. Mac the Elias, what's up? Wow. Hello, mama. How you doing? What's up, everybody? Guys, you guys can share. I don't know how you do it on Instagram world. You'll be on Facebook too as well.
Share the live.
Share the live as well. What's up? What's good, brother? Real, I see you. What's up?
Let's get those submissions. We want to see hot music and music videos. So keep them coming.
Yeah, but
I'm sure Lyrics has a couple new videos. He's always dropping videos. And we're waiting for Gemini to see what he's going to come out next. He shot a dope video.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
And with Fury Styles. So, My World Part 2, so check that out. Definitely. And shout out to Young Jay with Demons and everyone else.
What he just said. I'm just okay. What he just said. But yeah, like he said again. So listen, y'all first heard it here. He said now we're doing what? It's a month award now. We're doing.
Yeah, music video of the month.
So how we do that? We have to figure out.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, look, I'm just going what he tells me.
We'll let the people decide.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, we had a few, people that submitted in that, so we'll see.
Matter of fact, let's play the video.
Well, we gotta get our guest in a minute.
All right, while we're waiting for him, let's play another video.
Oh my, here we go.
Where is it
at? Videos are there. Yeah.
Okay. Let's check this video out.
Oh god.
By High Res the Rapper. Donald Trump fake news. Let's check that out.
Yeah. Trump the Don back at it again. Shout out Big Tucker, Alex Stein, JP Sears, Jordan Peterson, and Ben Shapiro. They call me racist, fake news. But Kodak Mazo, I got love for my Haitians. They cool. The media full of these federal agents. Break rules. America first, these candidates hate it. And hate you. Keep it 10 toes down, they true. Everybody, they were loving me. So the media was switching up on me. Now they all trying to comfort me and get a little piece of my money. Greatest president of all time. If you think not, you're mistaken. The only president I love more is them blue hunted Ben Franklins. These rappers are flexing their cars. Some are flexing their house. My toilet bowl is made of solid gold. I don't need gold in my mouth. Government is full of perverts, ignoring the Hillary servers. Did Epstein really get murdered? That was my burner. Eating Trump steak, drinking Trump water. Trump towers with Trump daughter. Trump wine, I'm a super gremlin. I don't care about that loser Eminem. Trying to do me like OJ. Just know the glove that don't fit. It's about to be a cold case. No love for a snitch. They call me racist, fake news. But Kodak Mazo, I got love for my Haitians. They cool. The media full of these federal agents. Break rules. America first, these candidates hate it. And hate you. Keep it 10 toes down, stay true. Wow. We're making it out of Trump Towers with this one.
Here we go. Here's My World Part 2. Furious Styles, a Gemini Stacks production. And then we'll have a special guest.
Yeah, Furious. Welcome to my world, man. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. Whether you like it or not, don't really care. Different day, but something changed, so let's see if you listen. Everything you see that's glittered, is it really glistening? You see cracks in the foundation, nothing is holding up, but forget that. I'm about my bread, dog, getting my money, yo. Is it selfish that I'm focused on needing someone else? People judge on everything, so why not work on myself? She ain't really working with you if you don't have the funds, but infatuated with niggas that make 6 figures plus one. So blind about the green that she care less about his character. Social media played a part in that, not even mad at her. I'm staying with that man who's no good. It's poison to the soul, but people are people. I guess I'd rather leave that shit alone. Might be offensive, but needed to be said. The love for my people is truly died or it's becoming dead. Rekindle the flame, but easily put it out with no struggle. Relationships don't work. Mindset now is the hustle. Grind mode, the other shit is secondary. I'm aiming to be the greatest, the next visionary. It's a cold world that we living in, though. Protect your frame of mind so that your real eyes can realize the truth within the lies. That'll go over some heads, but it's whatever. Always dropping gems, but at the same time being clever. I set records to beat records while repeat when it's broken. Life can be bleak at times, but that never stops me from hoping for better days, a better life, not only just for me, for everyone that's going through it, straight from the NYC. Words do have meaning if you put the action behind it. A shining star is born, everyone around you will be blinded.
You say you love me. You say you love me. Well, give me some sign. Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back. You're on the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here live online. And again, that was Furious Styles, My World Part 2, right? Check out the video now, support it, and the song is also available on all digital platforms. All right, guys, so let's give it up. We have our amazing guest in the building. He goes by, I would say, Soki and then Sensei. So different titles, but I want him
Soki Sensei the Terror.
Okay, well, he just said. All right, you got that play in my face. Get that shit out of here. Yo.
I challenge you to WrestleMania.
I'm done. Can I get this man out?
All right, no.
Let's give it up for our brother in the building, CJ. Soki CJ the Terror. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, guys? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yes, yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. I don't know if the first time I use this laptop for this type of technology type of stuff.
No, don't worry about it. You're good. How you
What's going on? How to represent the dragon, the year of the dragon for Chinese Lunar Year. Let's go.
Oh, shoot. All right. That's what I'm talking about, man.
What up, Jace? What up, man?
What's good? What's
What's going on, man?
All right.
Oh, we're
So
good, man.
let's. No, you're good. You're good. So
okay.
yes, it's like it's something wrong. So before anything, I know it's been a while we had you on the show, the radio version of that say.
Yeah.
So
I missed that, man. That was my home, man. That was my home.
I know, but you know what? Things are for a reason. So we're doing an online version. It is what it is. So before anything, Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year to you and the family.
Thank you. Same here. Definitely. So since the last time we had you on that show, even till now, what you been up to? Tell the world what's going on.
Yeah, I've been on a roller coaster, man. It's been some ups and downs. You know, a lot of things been going on. I was trying to get a deal done for a dojo in Harlem. And then when I got to Harlem, I was looking around and I got there always early. It was a great deal. They offered me $2,000 a month to be a consultant for this particular location, but there was other martial arts schools in that area, so I didn't want to compete against them. I didn't want to go into a dojo war with nobody. So I was like, I told the person, I thank you kindly for that. So I walked away from that. I'm still working on this project. I put it on the side, but I'm going back to it now this year. And just training, you know, just focus on training and building the brand up, you know. And in October, I got a phone call from Grandmaster Anthony to fly out to where he lived at. So that was my goal last year, was that. And then, you know, going to Pittsburgh and just going around and just building my brand and still studying the martial arts and getting deeper and deeper with it. And I gotta get a shout out to Dr. Smith and my daughter, because they're like my little guinea pigs, I call them. You know, I don't like to say it like that, but it's trial and error, a lot of stuff that we do, and you know, it helps me build. And then I think last year we did I think Gonzalez, we did the women's self-defense. I definitely got to hit him up on that one, so we could try to get something going again. Maybe try to help him support his I'm hearing that he's having trouble with the funding, so probably could try to do something. We could do like board breaking athons to try to help out with this, you know, with the school and whatnot. You know, if every board that breaks, someone donates $100 or something like that. Let's do something. But you know, it's always been like that, you know, and just working on my syllabus, and that took some time to get together. I've been working on that for like 5 years almost, trying to just figure out what works for me and what don't work for me. I started coaching in jiu-jitsu now. I help my coach out in jiu-jitsu now. So, you know, that's kind of been fun for me. And, you know, 2024 is going to be the same thing for me. Just trying to spread the word of martial arts and putting the positivity of the martial arts that's out there. You know, and it's been great, man. It's been great.
Awesome. And also a big accomplishment I want to tell here in the show. You won numerous awards. Tell more about that. Yeah.
So recently, I've been working with Poland and Germany. So when the pandemic hit, you know what was kind of messed up was, like, I was probably one of the first martial artists that was doing a lot of this. Before it was Zoom, it was Skype. So I was doing a lot of this stuff with Skype and Zoom, and I had a lot of martial artists that were in the community was like, you can't learn online, you can't learn this, you can't learn that. And then he hits the pandemic, and then all of a sudden, I'm talking to people in Germany, I'm talking to people in Poland, and I got a connection to somebody. So they got me a connection to them, and then that connection's been working solid for the last like almost 3 years now. 3 years now, you know, since the pandemic hit. So I've been working with Poland, I've been working with Germany. I was in one of the I think last year I was in one of the Poland books for they sent me, I think, 10 copies of the book, I think it was. So I wrote a bio, and then being a part of another organization for a Who's Hall of Fame as well. And that's where my focus been mostly been with Germany and Poland and India. A lot of them have seen my martial arts or some videos, context, board breaking. I've been teaching for almost 2 years now on the side as well in Long Island with my friend Mike. So, you know, I'm learning the business of the martial arts as well. It's like like you say, unpaid internship, but it has benefits because you're learning the business. You're actually learning how the business works. And Mike has put me on to a lot of these videos that helps you run a successful business. When you get your business up and running, how to run the business, and and Poland, Germany as well. They've been helping me as well to build me up to like I go to Germany or Poland. They say you come out here, we'll take care of you and everything because you're one of the martial arts that's always out there and doing these videos, and it's kind of cool because, like I said, the pandemic hit and all these martial artists didn't know what to do, and then those that did not know how to survive on the technology, their schools are gone because they didn't know how to do the Zoom meetings or they didn't know how to do this and know how to do that. And now everybody does everything online now. It's kind of crazy. Like I watched one video, like someone was learning jujitsu online, and I said, "Wait a minute, wasn't that like negativity, or was it frowned upon at one point that you're not supposed to learn online? You're not supposed to use Zoom." You know what I'm saying? So it was like, "Oh, you can't learn online. You can't learn like this." But then everybody's doing it now. So now it's like it was a taboo, a fad, or it was negativity. But now everybody wants to do everything on Zoom. So everything is on Zoom now. You got 12-step meetings. You got colleges doing this now, and it's been like that's what's been going on. And shout out to G Dog. I was out in G Dog's school early this year, last year as well, and still doing the speeches, helping my community. Like there's a lot of people in the martial art community, the martial arts that say that they don't help out you should be helping out the community, and I don't see that much of it. I don't see that much. These guys have these grandiose schools, and do they help the community out? Yes, they help the community out, but not really doing much out there. There's a lot more they could do instead of taking some of the money, help the migrants out, help come up with a better program to help the community out. And there's some out there that do. Don't get me wrong. There are martial art programs that are helping the community out, but I wish there would be more and more of that essence in the neighborhoods. Maybe go out and do take the kids from the dojo, go graffiti cleanup, go clean up the park, go do something like that. And that's why I want to focus my programs would be more of volunteerism, going out there and helping the community out as well.
I like that because remember back in the day we were kids, we used to have a thing called PAL, and that was with the police department, I think it was police athletic league or something like that. And we were kids, we actually appreciate that because that was in our community, our inner city communities, and they actually took us out to trips, and things with us as a youth. And it's good, like you mentioning that, like bring that kind of back to unity in our neighborhoods because we don't see that no more. There's a lot of cutting that's happening with the mayor, with funding and programs and schools and everywhere. So, I mean, that's something good that you're giving back.
And the thing is that's what it is as a martial artist. As martial artists, we have to understand that we have to give back to our community and stop all the political bunchinche or whatever it is, and let's focus on giving back to the community. There's some martial art programs that are giving back to the community, are helping the community out. And there's some out there that are just taking advantage of the community and know that, just taking advantage, meaning that, charging excessive rents or whatever. And then you have a kid that wants to take karate so badly, but yet though you're charging $190 or $200 a month for classes. I'm grateful for Jorge. I think a lot of us in we studied the jiu-jitsu, we're grateful for Jorge. We understand Jorge's not a black belt. We understand that. But when you put a lot of years on in jiu-jitsu, those years count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you spend 5 years, I spent 4 years before I spent 3 years before I got my blue belt. So if you spend about 4, they say in psychological terminology, they say if you spend 7 years, you become an expert in something. Right? They say you spend 7 years on a specific topic, whether it be cooking, whatever it is, you become an expert in that particular field. So I'm grateful for Jorge. I understand Jorge is a purple belt. It was a lot of things that went on in school. I don't know how they did the ranks, but we said this the other day in our training classes. Mm-hmm. Jorge gives one of the most inexpensive jiu-jitsu classes there is. You're not going to find an unlimited jiu-jitsu program unlimited for $100 a month.
That's true. Yeah, that's very expensive.
You're not going to find it anywhere, and especially in the Heights. We're blessed that we have 2 awesome locations that are allowing us to participate in jiu-jitsu, and it's fun. It's if you could find a program that is going to charge $100 a month for jiu-jitsu. Now, are there karate programs out there that charge $100? You got to go out there and shop. It's like, buying Google, buying Amazon, buying medication. You have to shop, shop around and look for that. And I want to give that affordability and, to like I like what Grandmaster Anthony, my Grandmaster, who I call my karate dad now. He gives free karate classes in his school, and it's probably probably the only martial art program in Arkansas that gives out free martial art classes. It's a big sign up in his dojo. It says free karate classes. Pay for uniforms, yes, but there's free classes. You don't have that anymore. You don't have that anymore. Everyone's, they want you to come into the dojo, and maybe they want to charge you, say, $160 a month. Then you got to pay another $50, $60 for the uniform.
Oh my God!
Some dojos, some organizations, they have like 4 or 5 different uniforms, like one for karate tournaments, one for this, one for that. It's this, but we have to make things affordability because everything's going up. And if a child wants to learn karate and wants to learn martial arts, whether it be jiu-jitsu, kung fu, taekwondo, whatever they want to learn, let them learn it. Let them learn it, but have it with affordability for them. Don't have them think about, do I have to pay for the grocery bill over paying this bill?
Very true. That is, and I'd say there's a lot of places that unfortunately, and us in New York City, it's a cash and grab thing. And I commend, as you mentioned, your karate dad, as I call it, to doing that, especially, and knowing that it's very hard. A lot of times we're all living we're still living in a recession, with inflation, and people are like really struggling just as it is. So I commend him for doing that, and then maybe he could, like, maybe down the line. I know we talked about this privately too when I mentioned here on the show, which you are looking into one day having your own dojo and having your own school, and eventually, helping out families who maybe cannot afford certain things. You could work with that, because at the end of the day, it's really just helping the community and helping the children and the youth itself to embrace the martial arts. It shouldn't always be about the money. And the day, it's about what you can offer.
And that's what I said to, like, me and Dr. Smith, we train, and I've tried to get students from Monroe College when I do my speeches. I said, here's my email address, and I give you my work email address, and I said, contact me if you want to train. I don't have a dojo, so right now, the winter is kind of cold. So once the winter goes away, and mind you, we've been doing. I think me and Gido were talking the other day when I went recently to do a speech in his class, and just recently when I was on vacation last week Thursday, he said, "What's up to you?" So the girl in the green dress, something that he said to me, but we was talking about, we was having, because I did a speech in his class. It was the speech was I did a speech on racism and race. Mm-hmm. And last year when I went to his Jumpstart program, I did a speech on Pavlov's theory, which I did on I wrote it on your magazine.
Yes, which is featured on January's issue. Yes.
So I did. So that what I did was half of what I talked about. So that's just maybe like a brief synopsis of what I did, but I went into it for 2 hours. Mm. So that's the wisdom of the martial arts, right? So when I was talking to Smith, came back, I had no idea that we've been training for almost 5 years. I lost track of it. That I've been training him for 5 years, and he introduced me to another martial art. He works in Monroe. He's an administration. He's one administration workers, whatever you want to call it, the admin worker. And we had a connection. We seen each other somewhere along the line. We couldn't figure out what location, would have been a tournament, something. And we was talking about the politics, talking about other stuff in the martial arts. And that's what Smith said to him. We've been training for 5 years, and I couldn't believe it. It's been 5 years that we started this journey, where which is us around the pandemic time, trying to figure out a way to A, stay shape, B, try to keep everything sharp. And even though we was doing our distance training, we was in the outdoors, we said, screw it. We know what we were about. We respect each other. We know each other for 30 years. And one of us catch COVID, we catch COVID. And we just was getting it in, bringing Katie along, getting it in. So 5 years of trying to build. And that's where the syllabus came into part, because Grandmaster Anthony does not give out anything for free. The rank and everything, is it free? Okay, we understand it's free. But we also have to bless him, and we have helped him out and try to bless him as well. But there is hidden things that you have to do, right? He will ask you to do something where it's like, for me, for example, I'm going to talk about for my example. A lot of those out there say that I was just handed this rank. No, you have to build. You have to do syllabus. You have to do resume. you have to do a martial art resume. A lot of martial arts don't know how to write a martial art resume. A lot don't know about writing a thesis, a basic thesis of what your art is about. So you have to pick something that you're training somebody in, whatever's in your art, and you have to write a thesis on it. Then once you write your thesis, now you have to now write a syllabus. So now your syllabus has to, what are you going to teach your students? And that's what helped me out when I was doing my job training as well. Having that syllabus, having that education, and being from Monroe College, even though we graduated like, I don't know what, 11, 10, 12 years, it's going to come back to. It's like you get on a bike and you just got to throw some WD-40 on it and get the gears going, because we have the wisdom. There will be those out there that told me I have no wisdom. But yet, though, if you read some of the stuff I wrote and some of the speeches I've done, I have Monroe students that see me in a Jumpstart program and see in Monroe, and they say, "Oh, CJ, what's going on? Man, that class was fire. That class was lit. And that's how it is as a martial artist. That's how you give back. You don't have to be doing like what we do right now. You don't have to be out in the public. It could be anything you've done behind closed doors.
Very true.
You don't have to. It don't have to be out there on TikToks or these social media platforms. It don't have to. It could be the simplest gesture that you do by just walking in and just helping out. Going to the library. I want to offer my services to be a tutor for a day. A kid might need help reading. Help a kid read. In the martial arts, that's how we give back as martial arts as well. It's great that we accept the tidy, I call it, into the dojo. Tidy means that your payments that you make to the dojo. I'm not trying to put religion into this, but it's considered tidy because you're giving to the dojo, and the money should go back into the dojo. It should not, it should go back into the dojo. And I know a lot of friends of mine that do that. When they charge, fees for testing, they give back by brand new equipment, stuff like that. But it's at the end of the day, we have to just give back to our community. Like I did with you back in August, when you said you had the back to school book bag. Where's it at? And I was like, I'm there. I'm like, wait a minute, Hunts Point? I'm like,
the location, yeah.
It was right for me because I'm used to that location, and I didn't even tell my daughter like this is where I grew up. I actually took my devil to a neighborhood and show where Daddy grew up at. So it's like you don't forget what you come from, and you try to give back to the community the best way you can. And when I'm in the park, I'm working out. I got some kids coming over. They say, that's some fly stuff you doing with the sticks. So that's some. We about to take it this year. We're taking our martial art program to the next level, and I have practice firearms that I ordered. I have practice rifles. I have tomahawks. We getting in, and we go to Van Corner Park. I bring out the mat, unfold the mat. We roll for 2, and we fold the class about 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes depends on how we are and how we get through the material. It's all the martial arts is basic material. There's nothing in there that's black belt material. That's a black belt kick. No, it's just that when you go through the motions of martial arts, it depends on how the person has their syllabus or how they have their curriculum, and that's how they put their curriculum.
Oh wow! And I do want to talk about 2 things. One thing I want to talk about, because I know you do also for women as well, and also for men, a defense class. Talk more about that, and also like you said, you do have but for now, you have a place where you do for classes. Those are interested and want to work with you and train with you. Talk more about that.
So, like the women's self-defense we did, Katie came along, and she did phenomenal. I get emotional until I talk about it because she's phenomenal. I had no idea she had a small hairline fracture somewhere in her bone.
Oh, wow.
Somewhere in her bone. I had no idea. And so she's been having this ankle pain on her ankle for a while last year. But she came out and she knew the material that I teach, because I teach basic stuff when I teach women's self-defense. And having her there, and even though it was a small group that was there, it was a phenomenal thing. You know what I'm saying? And having her there too, because so she could help her get out of her normalcy of not talking, because she has to talk. Now that she is a blue belt with me, and in my system, we have what's called a senpai rank. And the senpai rank, some people give the senpai rank at a black belt level. Some give it a senpai rank before black belt. But for me, I give it a senpai rank when you get to intermediate belt level, and once you have sort of learned the basic core principles of the school. So she's now a senpai. Senpai means a disciple, leader. So she's the leader of the school. And so when we do open up the dojo, any new white belts that come in, I will tell her, listen, take that white belt to the corner, work on the kata number 1, and then work on the blocks, get them this, and a third. And I'll take these students that are here already, that already have the basics down pat. We're gonna focus on them. So that's your focus, that's your job. And I like that, I like that. I learned a lot of things from Grandmaster Anthony as well, where how to do things as well when it comes to my daughter as well. So that's one thing. When men's self-defense, it's the same thing as well. We teach a lot of the stuff that I teach. I'm blessed that when I get to go to Long Island, that first Friday, I go up there one Friday, and the first I try to go like once a month. I try to push it 2 times a month, but it's always a Friday. And I'm so fortunate, so blessed that Mike trusts me where I can go in there and just train his students. So his students learn something different because he teaches a modern version of his Taekwondo.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's a modern version of Taekwondo he teaches with that, and he has Aikido as well in it. So I come up there, and me with the Japanese type of style of martial arts I teach with the Krav Maga and the Jiu-Jitsu, it all gets blends in. So we do takedowns, we do some of the basic stuff there is, and that builds up your whole curriculum. You learn the basics, you sharpen the basics, and that's how and you get stronger. There's like in Jiu-Jitsu, they say there's no black belt techniques. In karate, there's no black. Everything is about learning the basic, applying it to yourself, and then build upon it. Same with the mental defense. I teach that as well when it comes to that knife defense, gun defense, how to look at certain things using the police science that I have from all the years of working in law enforcement. But that's what it's all about in martial arts. When you do these almost 8 or 10 years of me doing the self studies in the martial arts, I read all these books, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see where it's coming from.
No, definitely. And like, if you want to brush up people quickly on that, like, because like people, maybe some people don't know too much, but if you want to like educate them a little bit on here, there's different rankings, there's different colors of the belts, different ways of like all that.
So how it works is each system or each style, core syllabus you want to call it, it has their own way of ranking. So you have some systems where they'll have you as a white belt for like 4 or 5 years, and then they'll give you a brown belt to black belt, which was the old way of how they did things. Mm-hmm. Then you have somewhere you have a white belt, then they'll go from white belt to like a white belt with a black stripe on it, and then a yellow belt with a black stripe on it, and then it goes up to all the way to like purple belt. Then you got the blue, then you have purple belt, the same thing. You may have 3 brown colors. Some systems don't have 3 brown colors. Some systems add a red belt to it. If you're in the Taekwondo system, they have a red belt in between their system, and then towards your black belt, they call it the Punsei belt, which is it's actually a master level belt, but they use it as a belt before you get to your black belt. So the top will be red, the bottom will be black. So they might wear the red side up, and then the teacher will tell them flip it up to the black side. We're in the black side now you're getting ready for your black belt. See, for my system, where I did was, I think I got rid of the orange belt. I said I don't want the orange belt. So I have my system is solid belts. So I call it evaluations. I don't have tests. I don't have test fees. I don't have nothing like that. It's evaluations. So it's where every 6 months, 7 months, I look at the student and I say, okay, I want to see this, that, and third that we've been working on for 6 months. And if I feel as though that the student wants to get to the next belt, they'll get the next belt. And then if they're not, I tell them, listen, gotta come to class a little harder, try to be on time, and then, but when they start seeing other students get their belts, they'll be like, how, who? That's when you tell them, listen, if you put in the effort in the dojo, you put the effort in your school, this is how you build students to be greater students in school as well. Because now they come to the dojo, they come on time in the dojo, going back to Pavlov's theory again. You come early to the dojo, you get ready for work, you get ready for the dojo and all that stuff. So my system, we don't have orange belt. So we have, it's all solid belt until you get to brown belt. So it's white, we have white, yellow, it's green, blue, purple, then it's brown and black. It's similar to the Ponce belt. So what it is that they're wearing the brown side up for 6 months. When I tell them to flip the belt up to the black side, now they're getting ready for their black belt. It's not, I don't have 40 katas to learn because why? Because it's hard enough to memorize the times tables and all this other stuff. So I make it simple. Simple katas, simple system, and that's it. Whatever weapon you want to learn, is as levels to learn the weapons as well, but it's levels. You got to learn the bow. Different bow, you learn the commas. You want on the side, you want on the sword, you want on that. But it's all levels to how to get there. It's all levels, and that's how every system has their way of doing things. It was in the book I read with Grandmaster what's his name? I had his name Martinez, or Vasco from Puerto Rico. He wrote a good book, and he was saying in the book that this particular master was saying, why is it that this particular kata, there's 8 ways of doing it? And he says, because that's the modern way. Everybody changes their way of katas. The West and the East. The West has their way of teaching. The Eastern way have their way of teaching. Our side is more focused on building up a business and a brand. And while over there, they don't care about having 3 or 4 or 5 students in their dojo. Those 3 and 4 or 5 students are their main priority. They're not focused on having numbers. And it was in the book on katas, where he was talking about the breakdown. This book came out last year. Javier Vasquez, that's what it is. Javier Vasquez. He wrote a book on katas, and there's a very educated man in Puerto Rico. Built the dojo by himself in Puerto Rico. Wrote these 3 phenomenal books. He makes his own weapons in Puerto Rico. I read all 3 of his books. One on Kabuto, Tuate, which is self-defense, or the application of the katas, and then the kata book. And that one it's a book itself where it's like you read it and you're like, okay, I gotta read it again. I gotta read it again. But I break it down between reading and studying. You have to study the book. So it means you have to sit there, study, take notes, highlight the points, and then go back into it and reread it again. That's how it is in martial arts. You know what I'm saying? People just read books and then sell it on Amazon or have them as a book library, and they never read the book. Or, I read the book and don't even know what was in the book really. Actually, they don't get the fruit of the honey, like they call it.
No, you're right about that. And I do want to add that you also, I want to tell people also, you were also published in a few books. Let's talk about that as well. Yeah.
Well, I've been to some books. I was blessed to be in the book 46 of this martial art magazine that they did, where they had this world's greatest martial artist 46, when this grandmaster won to honor martial art masters, or those that are 6 or 5th dan. So you have to be 5th dan to be in that book. And he did a whole collage and put me in the book in volume 46. The Poland as well. There was a Bushido Warrior book he wrote, which has a bunch of martial artists in there from Europe, and then he asked me to be in that one. The Who's Martial Arts Hall of Fame, they have a book. I wrote a bio on it. I did well on the bio for me, but I have a better bio now. So when we do the book again this year, if I get it by this year, I have a better bio for them. Thanks to Grandmaster Anthony, because the bio I had was more towards educational type of bio. It was more towards, this one more towards a bio on the martial arts, where you focus more on your martial art resume than you focus on Dr. Smith worked on that bio, and that bio was geared more towards educational type of bio. This is more geared towards how martial arts should read your bio and keeps them entertained basically on that type of bio. And and then I'm still working on with my other friends to try to get. We've been back and forth with this other project as well, and then I'm working on my thesis for later down the line. If when Eastern USA Martial Art asks me, hey, we want to put you in our PhD program. We're trying to put you in this, or anybody. So I'm writing this thesis up now, where it's just that it's the same thing with the syllabus I wrote for Grandmaster Anthony, where it's like it's I put it together. I sit there one day, brainstorm on some things, and then go into it, and then write about the history of Goju-Ryu. Then go into the history of Shokan. Like Goju-Ryu is deep because there's so much. There's so much out there. There's little information out there, but you just got to seek the information.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about this one particular book that I read, and it's like it's the history of Goju-Ryu, but it has the whole timeline of karate. And when I read it, and I remember I was talking about this particular how the rank structure was done, and I said like in the 1930s you had a Dainipo Budokai that created the titles that we have now. So they created the Kyoshi title, they created the Hanshi title, they created the Renshi title, which was called Siren Sho because that was the Chinese way of how they gave their titles. So they changed all the titles around to make it more Japanese because they wanted to change it. Even the name, karate was not the original name. It was called Todi. Right? It's called Todi or Todi, pronounced in Japanese. So that's what the original name they changed over to karate. There's some people that tell stories about how Giucano, pronounce the name correctly, Professor Giucano, who founded judo, they say, well, he changed the name from jiu-jitsu to judo, and it wasn't him. Even in his book, if you read the first chapter of his book of the Kodokan of judo, he never changed. The first thing says jiu-jitsu to judo. The title says jiu-jitsu to judo. So that means that it wasn't, they wanted to spread his art, but because the word jiu-jitsu sounded too rough, they went with judo because it translates to the gentle art. So when you get into the art, when you get into a lot of the history and really get into the history, not getting something regurgitated towards you, towards let's say another person, it's great that the person is giving the history, but it's good to do your own research. I tell a lot of martial art practitioners that a lot that you have to do your own research in the martial arts, but they don't have the guidance on how to get the research done, or how to start the research process. I went recently for training at work, and because of of all the research I've done in martial arts, it made it so easier to get this project done for myself and my partner to do this whole scenario, this whole breakdown, and it made it so easy doing the research and make sure I have all that. That's why I tell a lot of my friends in the martial art world, you have to do your own research. We know the birthplace is Okinawa. We consider the birthplace of karate, but where did it come from? You had this. I remember someone said, where did it come from? I said, look at the Silk Road trade. Let's go into the Silk Road trade. It went from Africa through the Silk Road trade through Russia, Asia, India, and all these countries, and went down to China. And from China, went from a boat to Japan. It's the history, but it's a lot of history, but they don't want to sit there and take the time and study the history. Like Jay-Z said, you can have the information on your hand, but you still gotta go out there and do the research. I think Buster Robinson one time, I'm gonna quote him one time. He said he always wanted to learn from. He quoted the ghetto professors of the neighborhood and become one of those wise people. That's what I wanted, and that's the reason why a lot of people in the martial arts community don't like that, because I do research. I'm not gonna sit there and to let you tell me the wall is white. Okay, the wall is white. I believe the wall is white, but why the wall is white? Why is this? And they're like, no, this is how we do things. And no, we live in a society now where we have all this information, we have all this technology. Let's use it.
Very true. Now, I do want to add here, because a lot of people don't know the difference between it, but you have done a lot of essential research and information on it. Let's talk about what's the difference between the Western and the Eastern in martial arts.
So what it is that we got to go back into World War II, right? So World War II happens. We go into Okinawa, and the Americans are in Okinawa, and they see this weird stuff that these Japanese are doing. They're doing Tai Chi. They're doing all this stuff, and they want to learn. So they start picking up this martial arts, what you call martial arts or the karate. But the Japanese are smart because they're not teaching them everything they need to know. See, the one thing about the Asian culture is that they keep a lot of things secretive. You know, I used to date somebody that was in the Asian culture, so they used to keep a lot of stuff within themselves. You know, like after World War II ended, a lot of the Japanese burnt books. A lot of the stuff that a lot of the stuff was bombed. Like Okinawa was a small island. It's a small little tiny island, you know what I'm saying? So they were getting bombed. So a lot of stuff that information was lost. And sometimes the culture was not passing the knowledge down to those. So what happened was they come back to America, but they don't have all the information. So they try to go back to Japan, they try to go back to China, they try to create something which we call karate here in America. And people understand that it has always been here. You know, we go back to the 1920s when boats from Japan would go to South America, will go to Hawaii, will go to California, right? California was a large Asian community. Hawaii was a large Asian community. South America, Brazil was a big. People understand that Brazil is a mixed culture. You know, you understand when they speak Portuguese, but understand this: if you take the mitochondrial DNA of a Brazilian, you're gonna find some Japanese in there. You're gonna find some Asian in there as well. South America was one of those countries where you had the Germans, you have the French. You know, there's a German town somewhere in Argentina, I think it is. A lot of that. So that's where that influence actually comes from. So you try to lessen what the West is, right? So you try to imitate what the West does by having uniforms, by having the belts, by having a ceremonial headband like I have on. So they try to like catch that influence, knowing that California, Hawaii, California, and New York as well, and some parts of Chicago were like some of the birthplaces of where karate actually started. You know, when we go into the history of karate, Hawaii and California was one of those that was heavily into the martial arts and slowly trickled down to New York. And New York being the mecca of it, went into Chinatown of New York. So Chinatown, New York, where not too far where you at, is where a lot of that was in there. You had a lot of Chinese schools opening up, trying to, you know, and it was hard to get into these schools. And that's where it is. And then so you had like the Ron Van Cleves, you had the Jim Kellys, you had all these people training with Bruce Lee, training with other martial artists, and they wanted to open up their own schools. The goal was always to open their own school. But what happened was that a lot of schools were more focused on building a brand than just trying to build a solid network. And that's what the difference is between the West and the East. The West is more like, it's strict. I have 5 students. I'm happy with 5 students. You have some people here that in America, they're like, I ain't going nowhere. I only got 8, 9 students. You know, I need more. You know, it's more about bringing in more about money than I say it's more about money than more on quality. I say I guarantee, and I read in a book that where there was a school that took 8 of their top students to the East. 8 top students to lost to the Eastern dojo. So it just tells you that how things are. They're more structured. They don't care about the money. They'll get up at 8, 9 o'clock in the. You know, there's a man that I think he's on. I don't know if he's still alive. He's like 80 years old, and he's a 9th degree judo player, a 9th degree judo teacher, master. Ooh. He's 80 years old, and he still does judo, still teaches judo. So that just tells you about how they are. You got most 80-year-old grandmasters here that sad to say that their health is deteriorated.
That's true.
They can't really, pass the knowledge down. So that's where a lot of the differences between a lot of the East and West. And I tell people when you read the book on katas from Grandmaster Javier, and you go into that book, and you understand there's a concept that katas are supposed to be this, that, and the third. No, it's deeper than what you think.
There's more to it.
It's more to it. Yes, there are self-defense maneuvers. Yes, there are takedowns. Yes, but it's more to it. It's more of the mind than what you see. And when you read this, and I'm not trying to like, I'm trying to give him his props because it's a phenomenal book to have somebody from my home country of Puerto Rico write a book about this. And I can't get somebody here in America to write at least a decent book. And to him to mention Pavlov's theory in the book, it's like I wrote him up. I said, where you got this Pavlov theory from? You had to have some type of college, that's a sociology term, Pavlov's theory. And that's where it is. It's I hear more of it where a lot of martial art teachers like, I need to build my students this up. I need to build this. I need to have this. In order for me to be successful, I gotta have 80 students. Then the West be like, you got 80 students. I got 5 or 6. I'm happy with this 5 or 6.
That's it.
That's where it boils down to. And I'm not bashing schools. I'm just preaching the facts that, it's like you can't have McDonald's wasn't happy just by having one McDonald's. Or Burger King wasn't happy by having one Burger King. Chick-fil-A wasn't happy just being in the mall. You have a Chick-fil-A everywhere it is. You know what I'm saying? There's a variety. And I'm not trying to say McDojos or nothing like that. That's a whole different story. We're just talking about, and as a general statement, where we're more focused on building a brand, right? Now, we're not saying that all schools are doing that. You know what I'm saying? We know there's some schools that have that Western philosophy that I don't care how many students I have, as long as I have students that come in consistently and they're busting their tailbone, you have those schools. But then you have other schools, there's a percentage that wants that, and the percentage that says, I need to have my brand. I need to have a karate school in my town. I have to have 8 karate schools in my town. You know what I'm saying? Just to make me successful. You know what I'm saying? There's schools that's out there that's like that. People get mad at Tiger Showman, but Tiger Showman, it's a martial arts system that they're on UFC, they're on Ring of Cage, they're on all these fights. They went from being a karate program, and they were part of one sort of traditional karate program that switched over to the mixed martial art world. So
that is so true, and it's funny because years ago I saw. Remember the commercials used to have them for him with the brand with the wear, like the outfits they had, like the wear. And I remember that the schools, they still always promoted heavy, like on TV back. The commercials. Like, oh, go to the Tiger Showman show. What do you call it? Like schools back in the days, and they're big out there now. Even so now, even then to now,
they still big in New York, but they slowly die off because the rent got high and stuff like that. I met I think it's called Jimmy Rivera or Jimmy Rivera. He had a school on 14th Street. I'm sorry, on 20. He was on 20th Street. He had to close the school down and move to Jersey. My coach, his head coach, left to Jersey. Victor Chalin had a school in 42nd Street for years and had to leave.
Wow.
Had a school right in the heart of Times Square, right by the M&M store, the M&M candy store right over there. He had his dojo, his school right there. The rent get high. Things are getting high in New York, so you have to close down school. You have to try to find a community center that's gonna allow you to do what you have to do. But I'm not here to say, I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not here to tell name about it, about anybody how they run the business the way you want to run it. I'm happy. I'm just putting it out there where I'm giving a statement out there where people are not really talking about it. They're behind closed doors. They're saying all this stuff, and I'm the person that I come here and say it's coming out to light because we need to hear this stuff. As martial arts, we need to hear this stuff. It don't have to be that you have a karate dojo on every corner on Kingsbridge or West Buffalo, Egypt. If you have that one school and you can have that one particular, if you're a solid school, you're fine. If you could get a second location, that's great. If you get a second location, you get a third one, that's great. I'm happy. I'm saying the more the merrier. That means you could reach your brand reaches out to certain areas. But if you can't get that level, that's fine. But that's where the East and the West is different. That's where, and I learned that from that book. It was probably the 5th chapter of the book, I think it was. Somewhere page 86 or 87 it was, where he talked about that. And I highlight that a lot. I highlight that a lot because, we have to understand that where we come from. Understand that, if we can't always focus on that prize. We have to focus on what we have now. That's why I try to tell my friend, I respect Mike. I told Mike all the time. I said, listen, you have a solid core of students that's dedicated to you. They will come. They will eventually come. Just focus on that solid brand and keep building that brand. They will come. Eventually, you will leave your main job, and this will be your main job. Just focus on the brand. Focus building the school up, and that's all you have to do. If you have that one school, keep it going.
That is so true. And I want to kind of jump into now the purpose you're on here as well, besides what you've been doing and everything else. You want to kind of tell the viewers and listeners now watching a bit about your own testimony, the things you went through. You talk much about it on Ronnie 61. Talk more about that, and also about your background and your childhood and sorts.
So what goes on when I did Ronnie 61, we did it because it was a lot of stuff that was going on, a false narrative of who CJ was. And it was a big false narrative. So I was a kid that was born and raised in the Bronx. I deal with bullying a lot as a child. And I faced it head on. Either by fighting or just trying to deal with what was, with it on a day-to-day basis. I wasn't fortunate enough for where some people out there, their mom and dad had money to put them in dojos because they were weak or whatever, or were shy and timid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fortunate. I literally saw how the South Bronx was and saw areas of the Bronx and was raised around this, even though it wasn't like I didn't live in those areas, but I spent some time in those areas. And, learning, seeing the videos and I see a lot of the old school videos of how the Bronx was back in the days. And it brings back to that moment where I remember seeing that burnt down building. I remember going through those trials and tribulations. And then, being a part of what's called social promotion in the schools in New York is where they didn't care what your education was. It was like, as long as you came to class, it was like, okay, we're doing current events all day and then go home. It's not like now where it's like it's a structured curriculum. We if I talked to a lot of people that I bumped into from the Bronx, and we talked about this. I talked to a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, last week or 2 weeks ago about the same thing. About how was being raised, and if a child did not show that he was on an educational level, they labeled you with a learning disability, or he's special ed, or he has HDH, or whatever it is. So growing up in those times, that's how it was, and I was labeled with a learning disability. Was told I couldn't get a degree, I couldn't move forward in life, so I went on to security, did auxiliary. I was 18 years old as an auxiliary officer. That was the only thing that kept me off the streets of New York. I was so scared. I was scared. The fact of the matter was that how the streets took a lot of friends of mine, and I saw that. That's where it was, where a lot of my friends turned to the life of drugs. A lot of my friends turned to the incarceration life. I didn't want that. I wanted something positive. So that's why I did the auxiliary. I never feared the streets, but I was fearful of other things that led you from the streets. Because there's those out there that say strongly, "Oh yeah, I survived the Bronx. I said, do you survive getting your book bag taken?" They say, I survived that. I truly did survive stuff like that. And I told my daughter at the time, I said, yeah, I was bullied. I fought the bullies. I fought the bullies. I don't care if you was a man, woman, whatever. People look at me like, for real? Like, you don't look that type of person. Like, yeah. I remember having a fight every summer in my neighborhood. So, and my uncles would try to put me in fresh air, fun, and all this other stuff just to keep me away from it. But growing up in those times was rough. And that's what made me who I am today. That's why certain people see me out of my uniform or see me, they were like, damn, CJ, like he by the court, he's on a mission. Or why his head always down? because that's the way I was taught. I was taught when I went into these neighborhoods not to look at nobody. Keep your head down, stay low key. You know, we talking about 184th and Valentine, 183rd and Grand Concourse. We talking about all these other neighborhoods, you know, Garrison Avenue, Hunts Point, and all these other places, you know, and that's how it was. I survived it. I mean, I lived it. I don't have, you know, I wasn't fortunate that my parents could put me in a karate school so I won't be a wimp or so I won't be this. I lived a hard knock life. I knew just to keep my head straight, mind my own business, went into certain neighborhoods, and that's how it was. You know, I never got robbed or nothing like that because it was I knew what to do and acted a certain way where certain people would be like, okay, we're gonna leave him alone, you know, or I'll just go play basketball somewhere or play baseball by myself sometimes. That's the way I survived, and it was rough. I mean, growing up, it was hard in the Bronx. We didn't have much. We have little to nothing almost. You know, we made up our own games, you know, manhunt, all this other stuff. And I'm sort of blessed that a lot of my friends that I grew up in this neighborhood are successful. I got a former friend of mine, named Hector. Um, he's doing marathons around the world almost now. Quit smoking a couple of years ago and started running. I just saw him running a marathon in Miami, and he just ran the New York City Marathon twice. And we went to school right here next door to me. You know, see a lot of my friends are successful now. You know, some are not. You know, some I bumped into where I worked at, and you know, they felt that way. I went to a friend's funeral and I thought that I was in jail. Some even thought I was in jail. I was dead in St. Raymond Cemetery. You know, it was one of those times that if you ever watched those YouTube videos of the '80s in the Bronx, I seen it firsthand, witnessed it. Witnessed sitting in my cousin's mom's house, looking across the street, and the buildings all burnt down. And across the street, you see smoke from a mile away because like I said, the Bronx was burning. You know, get on the 19 bus. You get on the 19 bus right there where the McDonald's is, across the street from the Bronx Zoo. When they passed the Bronx Zoo, you now knew you was in the South Bronx. You know, passing the burnt out nightclub that caught on fire, the Happy Land fire. I had a family member that lived right around the corner from there. You know, Darnell, my best friend, for years he lived in that area. So going back to the area, you know what I'm saying, and you don't forget where you come from. You don't forget where you come from. You know, it was I didn't have the opportunity to like some people did, where they just ran to a dojo and spending time in dojo, and I didn't have that. You know, I actually live and spin around that type of environment. You know, and that's why I can identify certain things so quickly at my job. I can read people real quickly. I call myself. I say I have a master's degree in the streets from just surviving. You know, just you know. Yeah, I was in my apartment, my room, whatever it was, but there was times we had to walk around. You know, we had my cousin that was just so Abraham. He used to take the local kids on a bike ride. They still took our bikes to the Van Corner Park, try to get us out of the normalcy. You know, but it was hard. It was a very difficult time. You know, riding the subways, you gotta be careful. Sit by the conductor, watch your back, watch what you gotta do. Fordham Road was our mate. Fordham Road was our 34th Street. Fordham Road, Third Avenue, 149 was our like our 42nd Street. You look at these areas now. It's like it's a ghost town. I go walk through Fordham now. It's like it's not the way it was when I grew up. You know, you had Woolworth. They ate breakfast, and then you walked around. And by the time it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it was already crowded already. Couldn't even walk around the neighborhood no more. Those times are gone. You know what I'm saying? Now gentrification's taking over. Things are changing now, but we have to remind ourselves to always pass this knowledge down to the next generation. You know, guide our children the right path for life. So when they get older, they stay in that path. You know, Book of Proverbs. You know, it's those times are rough. You know, it's that's where Rody came from. Rody came from that. It was I wasn't by myself as a samurai, but growing up as a person through that warriorship, and look what I came out. You know, and I always said it to people, it was like I wasn't. You know, there were some people out there that say, "Oh yeah, I survived this and survived that, and then you hear they feel like, oh yeah, my mom and dad put me in martial arts because they don't want to raise a wimp, or they put me in martial arts because they want me to get disciplined. You know, they don't tell the actual. They'll say, oh yeah, I lived this lifestyle, I lived that lifestyle. But then when you hear something, I lived it. I was a part of it. You know, I used to walk in from my house to 183rd and Grand Concourse to this very day until the dojo closed for my stepfathers because of the pandemic and stuff like that. You know, so it's like, you know, when that officer got killed at 185th and Grand Concourse a couple of years ago, I know the four corners. I had a friend from Monroe that lived not too in the area. And I was head down, walk straight. And I knew the area. I knew the areas I go to. Washington Heights. My dad was a super in the Heights back when he was a kid. You know? I was in a cab today with somebody and we was talking. And he looked at me, he's like, I know you from the Heights. And we changed numbers, changed whatever it was. And he told me what happened, you know, to the kids in the neighborhood. Half of them all died. And I said, hang out in the Heights. In the height of the Heights, when in the 90s. You know, so it's like, we used to all hang out in the neighborhood. Our moms, dads, they were downstairs in the bootleg nightclub, I called it. And that's how it was. We'd be chilling in my dad's van. And then when my dad was ready, we'd go home to his house on 168 Audubon. So I go to the Heights, I just get emotional when I go over there because I remember how everything was and now how things change. You know, the old movie theater 181st, across street for the McDonald's. Just sneak in there, get a movie, see a movie in there, go across the street, get a McDonald's meal, whatever it was. The time McDonald's to give free meals after a certain time. They don't do that anymore.
Let me know when.
That was back in the days. It was like after like 8 o'clock at night, they'll give like a free burger out. Because they had all the stuff that they used to give out to the homeless.
Oh.
They used to give out to the homeless. So we just go in there like, can I get a free burger, hamburger? It was a hamburger, but it was something that we get to eat, you know?
That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess I know for many years, and I commend you a lot because you have gone through so much. And, you know, just hearing a part of your story, even with the documentary Ronnie 66 one, which is, you can check it out now as well. It's out for some time. It just made like a 2-year anniversary, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
And it was so great was that I had a friend of mine, I had a TikTok friend that I showed it, and I said, I was kind of rusty on the katana. I'll be honest with you. I haven't used my katana in a while. And I was kind of rusty on it. I'll be honest with you. I was rusty on it because I've been training a while. And he was like, I never seen someone open the katana with a downward cut.
Mm-hmm.
He's a TikTok guy. It's going to TikTok. He's a big time martial artist TikTok guy. And he said, I've never seen somebody do it with a cut the way I opened it with a cut. Wow. He said, I never seen somebody do it like, you know, work that way. And he said, man, I said, you know, the Roni turned a lot of heads because it was me telling my story about what really happened and what went down. And, you know, there was people that wanted to shut it down because they didn't want to hear the honest truth. And then having here and there where things would spark up again and die off and spark up again and die off. It was, you know, now is where the point is where everybody is like, it's not much to say about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's kind of crazy because like the same individuals that were coming after me were going after that same individual because of how they moved up, and then they were trying to defend themselves, and I guess they might have saw my blueprint and was trying to mimic that blueprint.
That's great.
But I never, like I said, as you know, I spoke to one of those through, I don't know how it worked out, but we spoke somewhere through somebody else's page, and they were like, "Oh, you were so quiet about it," and I said, "Well, my lawyer told me to be quiet about it." And that was my grandmaster. You know, my grandmaster said, "Be quiet about it." He would say, "Don't let it bother you," and it did. It bothered me a little bit, but it was like I just brushed my shoulder off and kept it moving, and then, you know, look where I'm at now. Like, you know, there was particular seafood that told Grandmaster Anthony was like, Rivera's gonna leave you in a year. He said, I'm gonna leave him in a year. And I said, and then I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm gonna leave him in a year. Like, all right. And we're going, what, 6 years now, maybe now? 6 years? 2018, we've been together. You know, and people say, oh, you never trained with him. He came to New York 8 years. 8 times I trained with him in New York. I just went to Blytheville, Arkansas, trained with him in Blytheville, Arkansas. It was one of the most, it's slow pace out there. And I know he's trying to slow me down over there. But I'm so used to certain things that, you know, I was trying to enjoy. I enjoyed my moment. I enjoyed it. You know, but it's a slow pace out there. And to see the real racism, to see a real life KKK member's house and see certain things out there, you know what I'm saying? And explore out there, you know. So, you know, Grandmaster Anthony being that type of person where as long as you have patience with him and you work with him and not against him, and you follow, and that's what people ask we call him A-Train. What was the process that CJ got here? And when they hear it, they're like, oh nah, I can't do that. You know, A-Train made me get a laptop. You know, this laptop I'm on right now. He's why he pushed me to get a laptop because to get the work I had to get done. You know, when I went down to Blytheville, Arkansas, and I went down there, I brought the laptop because I said maybe I made a mistake on the syllabus. There was some mistakes on it, but we fixed it. We corrected it. He showed me how to write the right syllabus, how to say certain things, and I had fun with his students. You know, I kept on calling his friend, his students, Bishop. And he said, "That ain't Bishop, it's Little John." I said, "Oh man, I call him Bishop. He looked like a bishop." And that student, he's African American, could speak fluent Japanese. He's 21 years old. So fluent Japanese, yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, like I said, you got to see the other side of the world, as they call it, and you've seen, and that's like you said, you do see. Unfortunately, I've never been to that state, but like you said, unfortunately, there are situations that are still happening to this day, and you know, we just have to learn how to work around that. But you kept your cool. You kept doing what you had to do, and you supported, you know, Danny, and you know,
yeah, that was a great thing going down there. I mean, going down there and then train with Danny Bowden. That Danny was the reason why how I got connected with Grandmaster Anthony. That's Danny amazing. Bowden, and there was Grandmaster J at the time, and it was like, it was awesome. And then go to his Man Cave Dojo, and then I took a pen and put my name on I put my name. I actually put my name on his dojo wall. I said the Boogie Down Bronx Senior Master CJ the Terror. It's
so
a beam.
You put that on the wall?
On the wall. When you first walk in, there's a beam. So I saw the beam. I'm like, can I get a pen? Like, why? And then Grandmaster Anthony was like, well, you write a dissertation there? I said, I want to make sure that when anybody questions Danny Bowden that did CJ come down to New York, come down to Mississippi, there's pictures, there's video. Me and Grandmaster Anthony went to see Elvis's plane.
Yes.
We had to, you know, the way we took the pictures was like I had to like touch the plane because in case people would say CJ like cropped the picture or something like that.
No, you were actually in the plane. Yeah, I saw the photos. Yeah.
It was a regular plane that you just put a bed in it, you know, like. But it was a nice plane though. I mean, it's a great. I mean, that era, I guess that's what they did. Like they took out the plane seats and put a water bed in there, you know. Wow. But just to go out there, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Nah. Wait, what happened?
No, I wanted to ask you, but just prior to what you mentioned, but the experience alone to like be at the presence of his home and the plane, how did it feel like?
It was kind of. I wasn't ever a big Elvis guy, but the thing was to be in that area was kind of cool because you could feel the presence, and it was kind of funny. The most funniest moment happened when we left. I was walking back to A-Train's car, and this guy comes out of nowhere, and you could always find that type of person. He was like, "Hey man, you know I could find near his pawn shop." I'm like, "I ain't from here." Like, where you from? I'm from New York.
Pawn shop.
So, a pawn shop. So he's like, "Yo, I got this 18-karat gold chain. I'm trying to get my man, bro. I ain't interested, man. I'm not." I'm like, "Damn, you could find a junkie, a person on anywhere, man."
New crackers are everywhere. I'm telling you.
Yeah, everywhere, man. I'm like, yo. And then like was kind of funny, man. But it was amazing because within that 4 days, I visit 4 states. I visit Tennessee, Little Rock, Missouri, and Mississippi. I went to Jacksonville, Mississippi, and then being out there was phenomenal, man. And then to spend time with Danny Bowden and to see him smile and to see him like was just like he looked at me and we eating dinner. He was like, I can't believe you came down here. I would never imagine in my world that CJ will be down here. And then I said, and before we left that Monday, A-Train wanted to go to his dojo, and we went there and visited the Man Cave dojo. He has it's like an actual tiny house, like a tiny house though, but it's actually like a tool shed, but a big tool shed. Wow. And where he has all his trophies, his awards, all his accolades in there. And I saw that beam up there, and I said, I'll put my name up there. So at least I said, if this building ever falters, keep the beam. And he said, I'll keep the beam. He's going through his own health issues. Then he'll be back by May. Because he has little health issues going on, but he's healthy. He's strong. I talk to him on a daily basis. When I heard what was going on when we left each other at the parking lot, I said, call me if you need anything. Mm-hmm. And I tell everybody in my entities worldwide martial arts, call me if you need anything. We here we are like we call it the misfits of the island, that where people don't want to. You find A-Train, and A-Train will take you and say, I got this toy that's missing a leg. I put a leg here. He's missing this and missing that, and they give you the tools to grow. And that's what the phenomenal thing is. Like, he's sort of like Dr. Smith. He's sort of like Dr. Smith almost. Same, he reminds me of my stepfather a lot too.
Oh, wow.
Anthony, yeah, he reminded me a lot of my stepfather. I felt my stepfather's presence when I was there. He passed away years ago, and I felt that presence when I was with him, and it was just like, I said, "You're my karate dad." He's like, "For real." I got emotional when I left.
Aww.
Because you know what it was? I've been around the martial art world, and I've been around plenty of teachers, and no one has ever looked out for me like he did. I remember I told a story to one person where I was with my particular Kyoshi, and we was out eating dinner one day, about to go out eat dinner, and I didn't have money in my pocket. And then he said to me, well, when I see you next time in the dojo, whatever you eat, you gotta pay me back.
Okay.
So it was like that. But like with Grandmaster Anthony, it was like, it was never like that. It was like, I'll take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like he was taking care of, even though I did pay my meal always when we was hanging out, but it was like, the way he took care of me was like, let's go here. I was like Dora the Explorer. I'm his backpack. Where I was going.
You got the backpack and you went around.
I'm going anywhere. Let's go. We got the map, we got the GPS, we got whatever it is. It was a good time, man. And just to see outside, like people say, I've been down the South. I've been to, I said, Atlanta, Georgia ain't nothing. You got to go to like Mississippi. You got to go to Arkansas. You got to go to Missouri. You got to go to the heart of it. It's you gotta be careful because I was going down the highway going back from Mississippi, and I said, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom." He said, "Well, you gotta wait because I ain't going over this stop because we might have a problem in this stop and this rest stop." I said, "Okay." He said, so he knew where to go for the rest stops and stuff like that.
Right.
And so it was that type of situation but it was one of those moments where, like I said to people, you have to have patience with Grandmaster Anthony. And if he asks for something for you to do it because it's gonna help you out in the long run. And then I ended up getting my 6th degree. I moved up from master instructor now to senior master, and I'm still Soki. I still have the Soki. Soki means head of family. All my documents is certified and confirmed, so it's all legal documents now. So it's legal. So it's all legal. So syllabus is legal, everything's legal. So now it's like everything's legal. So there's trademark, copyright, whatever you want to call it.
Awesome.
So that's what it was, and it's a lot that goes on, and there's more stuff that's going on right now. But you know, it's I don't want to say it here because it's something that's going on big time and will be handled soon.
In due
Otherwise,
time. In due time.
I said when God closes one door, so no one about to open up more. You know?
Amen to that. Amen. So before we go, any last advice you want to give to anybody out there that's just starting out and don't know much about the industry? You want to give them some type of advice out there for them?
Do your background. Make sure you do a background. Make sure you do if you're gonna get into a martial art program, ask about trial periods. Ask if there's a trial period. If they're asking for your card information, if what is the repercussions if I pull my child out of school? Would you guys still charge me for that 1 year contract? Be careful with those contracts. Read them. If you get into a contract, read them because sometimes your child will take a martial art program and want to quit 4 or 5 months later into the program, and you stuck with a bill for 1 year and you're paying $200 every month. Just put a number out there. I'm just throwing a number out there, guys. You're paying $200 bill every month because Johnny didn't want to take jiu-jitsu or Johnny didn't want to take kung fu or little Rebecca wants to be a dance student. She thought Taekwondo would be for her. But now you're paying $250. Look into that. Look into a school that doesn't have a contract. If they do have a contract, what's the out clause of the contract? Read that fine print. If they tell you, hey, listen, just sign the contract. Can I have the contract to overlook it? You can't have the contract unless you sign it. Then don't do business. They have to have a policy procedure. Ask them for the syllabus. Ask them to see a syllabus, a core system. They should have a syllabus. They should have a background. Look around the dojo. You may not understand what Japanese is, but look around the dojo. People falsify documents as well. It's easy nowadays with modern technology how to falsify documents. I heard about a Shotokan school that was falsified documents. I heard. Do a background check.
Wow.
Do a background check. I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to shoot fire at some people, but how many parents do background checks on these teachers? That's wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. But how many of y'all do background checks? But then you have those that say right now, well, do you do a background check on your professor? No, because the background check is done by the school.
Right.
If the school hires somebody, that's them. But you are in an industry that is unregulated. So you do your background checks.
Very true.
Do a diligence background check on some of these individuals.
That is so true. There's already enough crazy stuff happening in the world. Now we gotta always double check for everything else. So
the industry's like that. I mean, a couple of years ago, you had 2 Taekwondo teachers in the Bronx that got caught out there for doing stuff. It was in the Bronx like 2-3 years ago before the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do your research. Make sure that the school that your child is going to, just do your research. Do your research. And I'm not throwing shade at no martial arts. As a person that works, this is coming from a person in law enforcement. Now this is CJ, Officer CJ talking. So Officer CJ is talking. I want to let you know about that title. But Officer CJ, who got 22 years, will say that. Do a background check.
Very true.
Do your research. That's what I could really say to a lot. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not saying nothing negative about it, but this is a real life situation that if you got a little girl, a little boy, or whatever, what you have, you got to do your research.
That's a definite. That's a definite. Before we go, any social media where they can find your social media?
So, like I have several accounts. I got the TikTok account, C-Train 61, CJ Rivera on this one, Instagram as well. I'm like all over the place. Sometimes I do TikTok videos where I post my pictures up there because not to show off, but to show off the accomplishments I've accomplished. And it's great, you know what I'm saying? Social media could be a gift, and it could be a curse, but it's been a gift, and it linked us together, linked all of us together here. And I'm happy to see that you're doing this again. And you're not letting one door that slammed on your face in Brooklyn to really, you still out there doing what you got to do. And G Dog always asks me about you all the time. Man. A lot of and I say a lot of the Monroe community I try to keep together, and try to keep us all together, and there's very few of us left, but that still know each other, and And as alumni, we got to come back and help each other out, help each other business, help each other grow. You know,
so true. No, I mean, tell them to spread my regards.
That's what the dragon. Chinese
oh,
New
yeah,
Year, the dragon.
The dragon, yeah, you're right. This year, yeah.
Exactly.
No,
that's right here.
Oh my god, yeah, crazy man, definitely. But yeah, no, thank you, I appreciate it. Sometimes things happen. Like you just mentioned, one door closes, another door opens. So from that experience, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna leave it to God's hands, and we're here this year, a brand new start, and keep it moving. So, and for you and for everyone out there watching and tuning in, just this year, let it be your year and just work hard for it.
It says shoot for the goal. Don't let nobody stop you. They're gonna be those out there. They're gonna say you can't do this. Do what you gotta do, man. Like I said, I'm independent martial arts. Yeah, I got a grandmaster, but I'm independent. I got no Ronies. I got no. Grandmaster Anthony controls. Well, he would say, "Let's see, be careful with this and third." But I'm independent. I'm just running my own program here in New York and running my own school. If it be in the park, it's in the park. That's my dojo. So martial arts was anyway in the park.
Well, I mean, maybe one day. I do see. I was talking to you about this privately, but one day I do see you having your own school. You just gotta find the right people that will connect you to what you have to do.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. Finding that connection, like I said. And like it'll be one of them schools that it'll be like, what? It's not gonna be one of them regular karate schools. It'll be a school. You're gonna come in there, you're gonna read textbooks and do research and thesis and all that, because that's what the syllabus is all about. My syllabus is, if you want that title, you gotta write a syllabus. You have to write certain things. I'm running like the same way A-Train run to me. Same process.
That's amazing. Again, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. A big shout out to now Senior Master. I better get this correct. Soki CJ Vero. Let's give it up for him on the show tonight. Yes.
Thank you guys. Peace and blessings to everybody.
You too. Same here as well. And again, guys, you can check out his documentaries out now. Ronnie 61. Also, check on his social media. You're gonna book him. He does also private events. Where he does training. He does all sorts of things for martial arts, as he mentioned here, and defense class for women. So listen, contact him if you want to also help him to, fulfill his dream and get his own, dojo. Forgive me.
Dojo school. What do you want to go there?
Yeah, that thing. That. Just contact him and let's see what happens. But we want to thank you again for doing what you're doing and keep pushing the good work out. All right, man. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. All right, man. All right, guys. So that was it. That was our amazing guest for this week. And now the title is Senior Master. Forgive me, Soki CJ the Terror. So again, that was just amazing to have him on the show and discuss about his life and also the martial arts world. How it's kind of like, it's kind of weird, but it's great that he kind of clarifies certain things about it. So definitely. Now, prior to that, like I said again, if you'd like to be a guest on the show and, come to us, we have openings now for February. So if anybody's watching now or knows anybody that's interested, on the ticker there below, actually, I'm going to take this out as you can see here. You guys could contact us here. That's, his email, jampiremedia@gmail.com. Also, I'll just send you my information here as well while I'm talking to you guys. So on the bottom, you can see down there where you guys can contact us at. Again, my Instagram is @officialverog, where you guys can find me. If you want to contact me also for bookings or for other things of that sorts, for hiring and all that, let me know. Again, if you'd like to be guests on this show, we have openings now for February. Also, we got openings now for March for the magazine, the Vero G Spotlight magazine. Let me see if I can show you guys the picture. Let's see. I just had it here. Oh Lord. If not, that's the promo one. This is the promo one, but it's all right. So again, guys, if you'd like to be on the magazine, the Vero G Spotlight magazine, I have right now openings for the March issue. February issue will be releasing by midnight tonight particularly February 1st. As you guys know, today's the 31st of January. So again, if you'd like to be on the magazine, the cover or feature or a magazine ad placement, you're more welcome to contact me. Again, my Instagram is @officialverog. Or if you have me on Facebook already, you know where to find me at. And all that said and done. Also, guys, quickly, you can check out, this is my latest book, which has been a while from now. It's called Mother's Love. Go check that out. That's available, I believe, at www.amazon.com. I will put this up right now for you guys so you can see that information. Why I say it one more time. Again, you guys could check that out at www.amazon.com. Also, while we're on a different topic, but it's now music, as you guys can see there, I'm going to take that off for a minute. That's not part of it. All right, so again, guys, like I said again, if you want to check out the album, Here I Am out. It's for a while now. Here I Am is available at all digital platforms. Go support that. Also, guys, check out On My Way. That's the latest single. Myself, well, actually, Artist Vero feature myself on that. Go check that out. And this year I'm working on more projects, more visuals, more videos, more songs. I will be releasing finally the Energy album. Finally the 5th EP album as we speak. Yes, it's finally out. And also working on the 6th album, A Brand New Me. So like I said, and planning on working on the 7th album already. I'm telling you, I'm working for you guys now. I was a little behind, but I'm making sure I'm on top of my game now. So as you know. Well, prior to that, like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on everything. Again, tomorrow performing live at Harlem Nights. Myself, DJ Loudmouth will be in the building. And of course, a Black Dye will be there performing, doing her thing. So come support. If you need information, or address, whatever, hit me up. I will send you the flyer and all that said and done. Also, I have another upcoming interview. I'll be on February 3rd. Big shout out to Petty Murphy. He's a host on his show online. So I'm honored to be there on his show. And I will give you, where you guys can check it out online. I think on Facebook or something like that. So, but anyways, big shout out to everyone who's supporting what we're doing. For now, this will be on the 7th. Not gonna wait. 7th year, people. 7th year. We're doing it strong. We're doing what we gotta do and keep pushing. So end of the day, if you guys support what we're doing for the long time, we've been doing it. We want to say thank you. Thank you for the support and thank you for everything else. Let me go to Instagram real quick. Who's on there now before I get out of here? Anybody else on here? Anybody? What's up? Wow, bad people on here. What's up, Ace? Real Lyrics. What's up, brother? I see everybody. DJ Loudmouth there. I see you there. Elite DJ Radio. What's up? What's up to Nali? If I said that correctly. Everybody else I said what's up earlier to you guys. Swiss, what's up? I see the fire emojis. I see Ami. What's up? Everybody on here. Oh my. All right, Chicago, what's up? 2K Records. Everybody on here. I'm just giving shout out to everybody watching right now. Frank, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. What's up? Dr. Seuss, you were in the building. Oh shoot, let me find out.
Dr. Seuss.
Green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham. I did not know they were here. Bino the entertainer, forgive me. What's up? How you doing? Everybody who's watching right now live or earlier, thank you for those tuning in and saying what's up or just checking the show here. Again, one more time, guys, if you'd like to be on the show here, we have February openings now available. This is every Wednesdays. You already know the time. Y'all know the location. If you know somebody, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Magazine open up for March, open up. Also, we got February 23rd. We got a few limited slots open again for February 23rd. So if you want to perform and do what you got to do, hit me up on the inbox, DM me on Facebook, or on my IG on social media, IG, Instagram world, and all that. Also, if you want to contact me or Mr. Loudmouth himself, all information is down below there on the ticker. So again, just want to play one more video before we get out of here. And you know how we do. So give me 1 second while I set that up for you guys. Ooh. All right. And let's see what we're going to play today before we get out of here. I'm going to play, let's see. I think, I'll play Outer Space. Big shout out to MTV. Check out his video. Outer Space is out now at all platforms, digital platforms. We'll be right back. You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show online version. We'll be right back with your host, Vero G.
I'ma take you out of space. Let me take you out of space. I'ma take you out of space. I'ma take you out of space. I'ma take you out of space. Take you out of space. Let me take you out of space.
Let's get high as the solar system, then I'll fuck your solar system.
I'ma take you out of space.
turn the music up.
Turn me up.
I see you stressing out, but I'ma help you loosen up. It's been a long day, it's about to be a longer night. I'm smoking on this strong tonight while ripping off your thong tonight. Hot sex is the best sex that make you miss your ex sex. I got that make you wet sex that make you ignore a text sex. Can you stand the rain? We can't prolong the weather, but if you get high like me, then we belong together. Let's get high as the solar system, then I'll fuck your solar system.
I'ma take you out of space, with your legs all out of place.
Pussy sweet like chocolate chips, come take a ride on my rocket ship.
I'ma take you out of space, with your leg all out of place.
Gon' roll it up, then light it up. Let's take a trip on this highway.
Let's go.
Bring that ass here like DC Young Fly say. Send that pussy my way. Come bring it back like a rental man. Oral game is so strong, you don't even need a dental plan. Yeah, I'm a gentleman, but I'm a fucking beast too. I'll bend your legs all out of place, have them pointing west and east too. I'll creep through if I need to. My crib or yours is where it's at tonight. Gon' turn me up, come take a hit while I take you higher than a satellite. Let's get high as the solar system, then I'll fuck your solar system.
I'ma take you out of space, with your legs all out of place.
Pussy sweet like chocolate chips, come take a ride on my rocket ship.
I'ma take you out of space, with your leg all out of place.
I'ma take you out of space, let me take you out of space. I'ma take you out of space, let me take you out of space. I'ma take you out of space, let me take you out of space. Come take another hit while I take your clothes off. Your ass is so soft, I'ma hit it till you doze off. When I get your legs wide open, I'ma have your eyes rolling. One ride on this spaceship, and I'ma have your thighs swole. Let's get high as the solar system, then I'll fuck your solar system.
I'ma take you out of space, with your legs all out of place.
Pussy sweet like chocolate chips, come take a ride on my rocket ship.
I'ma take you out of space, with your leg all out of place. Out of place.
Damn, y'all saw right there the shorty was bad. I'm gonna say like what it is. Well, sorry again. Okay, guys, you're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here on live version on this interesting social media world. You also watch me on Instagram, guys. So all everyone watching now, earlier, or today or now, big shout out to you all watching. Big shout out to Tessa from Spotlight Radio Show in Texas. Yes, that's right. Showing you love from New York City. Salute, salute. Yes, also she'll be also getting my t-shirt. I'm excited. Yay. Big shout out to everyone watching. I think Bossy V is watching. I think Real Lyrics, everybody on that other end. Let me see who's watching right now. Yeah, everybody who's watching, what's up? Salute, salute, salute. Again, guys, thank you for watching and tuning in this week for the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here. We your host, Vero G, and DJ Loudmouth, who came in and out today, as you saw earlier. So also big shout out to our amazing guest today. Now he is under Senior Master Stokey, CJ the Terror. So thank you for coming in. And again, we get one more time, people. One more time. Yes, one more time. Anyway, sorry for me saying that, right? Anyway, yes, but again, one more time, people. Again, you guys could would like to be a guest on the show. All information is up there or down there. I'm gonna take that out so you guys can see that. I think I just took that out. There you go. All right. So again, guys, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, you know where to follow us or find us. And we have February open now for this show. Again, March, we have openings now for the magazine. February 1st, which is coming up in a couple hours, the February issue will be out. Yeah. So let's see who made it for the cover this year. This month. What's going on with me today? That song got me out of space, man. What's going on? Y'all we're today. Woo! And big shout out to MTV. Check out his song Out of Space on all platforms. Also, check out Furious Styles' song My World Part 2 is out now on all platforms. And what was the new movie we played? I think Demons by artist Young J. Go check that out. Check that out all platforms. All right, guys. I'm signing the F out of here. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. God bless. And thank you for the love. I see you over there Instagram where ooh, okay, whoop whoop. I'm doing like whoop right here now. Whoop whoop. It's a little delayed. I noticed that. So yeah, I gotta wait till it shows that part and everything. So But yes, people, again, I'll see you guys sometime soon next week. Again, tomorrow performing live at Harlem Nights. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Yes. And prior to that, like I said again, I got something coming next week. And I got a couple things lined up already. So stay tuned. And I cannot wait to release more new music out there for you guys. So stay tuned. I got some surprises for y'all. Shh. So stay tuned until then. Your girl Real G signing out. Until then, guys, much blessings to you all tuning in until next week, guys. I'm out of here. See ya.